Hey guys, welcome and welcome back to my channel today, Caseyleighreiki. I'm Casey. I'm going to do your reading for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs for June 2020. So, different angle here today because I don't really want to go through the whole tripod setup and all that jazz. So, I have my phone kind of like placed up against something while it's charging because it's dying, but I want to make this video. I just felt like it was time to make the video. Wow, okay. Already tapping in, I feel like you guys are really like, you're picking up a lot of stuff. I think you guys are picking up a lot of emotions. You are a water sign, so the ability to pick up on others' energy and emotions, you know, being an empath, or at least, at the very least, being empathetic, it's a lot for you guys. And that's kind of what I'm feeling already. Let me turn that down. So my usual spiel is that energy is fluid, it's not linear. So you could be experiencing this in the past, the present, or the future tense. If you are not resonating now, possibly check back in a little bit. It might resonate in the future. Otherwise, don't make it fit. Take what resonates, throw out the rest. If it doesn't fit, just maybe not your message, not your month, what have you. Check your other signs as well. Like I said, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. That will give you an overview of everything that's happening. Nothing is gender specific. If it is, I'll let you know. Otherwise, when I say masculine or feminine, we're speaking solely on the energies and those things that it embodies. Cross watchers, hi, hello, and welcome. If you're here watching for a Cancer, welcome. I have nothing against cross watching on my channel. I feel like that needs to be said because I honestly wasn't aware of how like controversial it was. But sometimes you really want to get into someone else's head. And maybe they, you know, aren't sharing with you, and it's a way to really be able to almost like to console yourself, which I think is fine. But anyways, I'm going on a tangent. Yeah, if you feel as though I'm talking to Cancer, but you're like, hey, actually, that's what I'm dealing with, then just switch the roles. Totally fine. Maybe you're the main character and Cancer's not. You know what I mean? That's happened to me so many different times in readings too, where I'm like, oh, actually the main star of this is the person you're dealing with and not you, sorry. But anyways, yes. So I think I got everything out. Let's get into it. I definitely feel like you guys are just, I feel like you're picking up on stuff. I feel like there's some crown chakra things here. Your heart chakra definitely needs some like healing, some clearing. Which, speaking of, since I am Reiki attuned, I'm a practitioner. If you guys are ever interested in Reiki appointments, because I can offer them at a distance healing, they're all listed on my website, which is linked down below. You can book right on my website, and then I contact you once I get that email. And then from there, you know, we'll go over details and things of that nature. But I feel like there's a lot of clarity that needs to be done, for sure. A lot of clearing. I feel like it's just like, it's not bad stuff, like it's like stuck to you, it's just that there's just like there's a lot happening, and you guys are just like, ugh. I feel like you guys are just picking up on it, and honestly, you don't even like realize it. Which, to be fair, is kind of happening for everybody right now, so. Let's see what we got, though. So what messages do we have for Cancer? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs for June 2020. Archangels, guardian angels. Please allow me to be aware. Messages for Cancer. These cards are so difficult to shuffle for me. I got small hands. I'm barely 5 feet. Like, I got small little baby hands. Anyways. Allow me to be a clear channel for messages for Cancer. Here, love, guidance, and protection this time. Let's do one more. Are you like 5 minutes in of me gabbing? I should start a podcast. I keep saying that. I should just start a podcast. So what all messages do we have for Cancer? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs for June 2020. The bottom one actually fell. Whoops. There we go. Wow. Really? I'm at a different angle, I gotta remember. Okay, so over here. There we go. I'm so used to it being upright, guys. This is gonna be a challenge, so work with me. Two of Cups. Soulmate relationship here at the forefront. I'm gonna put that right in front of that. Oh, that works nicely. Soulmate relationship. Oh boy. Oh boy. All right. Knight of Swords, though. So there's a lack of communication here. One or both parties is choosing to not take action in regards of communicating, whether that be telling someone that you're interested or just communication within the relationship. If it's already a pre-existing relationship, there's just a lack of communication in general. Yeah, this is definitely, I feel like, holding back for some reason. Interesting. Let's see what we got for you. What's going on for Cancer? What messages do we have for Cancer? Wow! Let me just get that. Wow, okay. So Page of Cups. So there is an offer of love here. There's definitely an offer of love here. Someone does want to come forth and say, like, hey, just FYI, like, I'm interested. Or, like I said, if it's already a pre-existing relationship, this could definitely be someone just wanting to offer their love, like, you know, in general, and be kind of like maybe a little bit romantic. I'm really feeling that for some, this is an apology very specifically. I just heard apology. Interesting. You might, if this is an apology, you totally don't expect it. Super weird. What else we got here? Interesting. 9 of Wands here. Whoops. 9 of Wands in reverse at the bottom. So this is really letting go of something, putting the burden down, kind of like waving your white flag. So I feel like this is almost like a change of heart for somebody here. And I mean, yeah, 6 of Cups here as well at the bottom. So there's a strong connection here, strong romantic connection. I feel like I just heard truce. Okay, so I feel like with this, at least for some of you, this is a truce. Like someone's like, hey, like, let's not do this anymore. Let's not, you know, hold grudges. Let's not hold onto anger. Let's not be in a negative place. Like, you know, hey, I'm really sorry. And granted, again, roles could totally be reversed here. But this is almost like, hey, you know what? You're right. Like, let's not do this anymore. You know, I'm sorry for my actions, sorry for my behavior, what I said, X, Y, Z. Just extending out an apology. Either, again, mending an existing relationship, or just wanting to, like, clear bad vibes or bad blood, if that makes sense, you know? I'm actually gonna leave those out like that. So what else do we have? Cancer. Yeah, like I said, so some of you, this is a pre-existing relationship, and it's just like, hey, like, let's not fight over this. Like, you know, I'm sorry I did X, Y, Z, didn't realize how it affected you. Like, I just shouldn't have done that, and I'm, you know, I am genuinely sorry. Like, let's move past this. Or even that Page of Cups could be, hey, like, you know, sorry for my actions. How can I make this better? How can I move forward? How can I, you know, make it up to you? And then the other half, it is that let's just clear the air. Let's just, you know, either be civil or start again, whatever that means for you guys. But it is kind of out of the blue and definitely an offer of mending a relationship, mending a connection. Whoa, that's almost too much. What other messages do we have for Cancer? So Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs for June. Okay, that's a lot, but I will take it. Wow. Wow, I'm just getting, so I have the World in reverse, I have the Ace of Swords, and I have Judgment, which I will show you guys, but just so I can look at them and, like, concentrate here. This, like, there was something here that needed to be mended so that way you could move forward. And there needed to be some truth, some clarity, some communication. I feel like, you know, maybe they had some sort of change of perspective. There might have been like an awakening of some kind. But it's almost like, you you guys were like stuck in this one place, like energetically for a while. Having the world in reverse to me is definitely like, you know, stuck in a cycle, right? So it's stuck in a cycle, being kind of like just wanting to move forward, feeling like you're unable to here. And then having the Ace of Swords is like truth, clarification, shedding light on it, and then Judgment. So it's almost like it was meant to happen, like in divine timing, this person was going to come forward anyway. And I think now it's just very simply exactly that. They almost just, either, whether it's you or the other person, they were just like, okay, yeah, like, it's time now. Like, they realized that in order for them to move forward, like, they had to mend this, or, you know, in order for you guys to... I feel like it was something like... It feels like... It feels like something that kind of affected you guys, like, kind of heavily. Like there was like a boundary crossed or something where you're just like, no friggin' way. Like, no way am I gonna let that go. Like, I feel like, you know, being a water sign, you guys are pretty laid back. You kind of are, you know, go with the flow, no pun intended. But I feel like for this certain circumstance, there we go. This was just like crossing a boundary or pushing buttons where you just felt it was unnecessary. And so it kind of does feel like a little bit of a resistance of like, absolutely not. Like, I'm not going to just let that go. Like, you can actually approach me and apologize to me and basically be an adult about it, or don't talk to me. And I feel like there was, like, this was spirit kind of bringing in this communication, just like trying to even out the scale. Like I said, if it is a pre-existing relationship, then this is spirit bringing it in. But a lot of you, I don't know, I do kind of feel like it's someone who kind of did you wrong, and now they're coming back to apologize. They're like, hey, let's actually not stay in this place anymore. You know, like, I've been thinking a lot about it. Let's not stay stuck, you know, like, let's just call it. Let's not focus on it. Let's not, you know, harbor resentment and stay stuck here, like, you know, like trudging through mud. It's just like, hey, let me clear the air about this situation that didn't go so well. That's what I feel like. And Judgment coming in is definitely like the angels coming in and being like, all right, yep, cool, like, let's get these two people together to just call it. It's like divine timing, you know. That's just what it feels like for me. A lot of you, I definitely do feel like it's someone clearing the air, and that it's not a pre-existing relationship. A majority of you, I feel like you are not with the person currently, but again, doesn't have to be, but definitely for a majority of you, I feel like you're at a distance, at least emotionally and energetically, okay? And so we have the moon underneath. I keep putting it in front of my face. We have the moon underneath as well. So moon to me is Cancer energy, but this is also, it's illusions. It's things coming to light. Again, like I said, shed some light. With this, it's almost like things come out of the dark, like we're bringing things to the surface so we can deal with them. So let's see what else we got. What other messages do we have for Cancer? Oh, that's too many. What other messages do we have for Cancer? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Again, so many. Maybe you guys have some stuff to say about this. Okay, fair enough. So 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like this is the energy that you guys were in before, where it's almost just kind of like, let's not like do that anymore. I feel like you guys are trying to get out of this, and Spirit's almost like bringing you guys together to be able to accomplish that. You know what I mean? See, Ace of Wands. This is so funny to me because I can't function apparently. Ace of Wands in reverse at the bottom. This is very much just like a lack of motivation, of passion. There's just a lack of like getting along here to me. Like, that's what I feel like. Like, this situation, whatever happened, whatever maybe boundary that was crossed or what have you, it made you feel really like I don't want to give you my love. Like, screw that. No, you're like pulling back. That's what I get a lot of from this, is just pulling back and being like, no, that's okay. Like, you just stay where you are. I'm just gonna walk by. I'm gonna pass you by. Like, it's fine. Like, no thank you. I'm just gonna do me, basically. And so we have the Star, and then we have the Ten of Cups at the bottom as well, reversed. Man, this is healing a connection that, it didn't pan out. That's my favorite way to put it. It didn't pan out. Healing a connection, healing a long-term connection. There was just things that needed to be fixed here, especially with the Star, and then we had the Judgment earlier. Definitely needing some balance here. The Star talks about healing as well as wish fulfillment, but it's almost like you were like, I'm not gonna almost like give in. Like, it definitely is a sense of stubbornness, but I feel like it's righted personally. If someone really crossed a boundary and, didn't want to see what they did wrong, then like that's, you know what I mean? Like, whatever. Especially if you express your boundary and then they still don't want to like even put in the effort to maybe empathize and understand that. Like, it's almost like you're like rolling your eyes like okay, whatever. I do have the Queen of Cups in reverse here, so this is your energy. Otherwise, you could be dealing with another water sign, but I feel like this is you feeling like you're pulling back your emotions. You're pulling back Queen of Cups and the Ace of Wands in reverse. You're pulling back your emotions, pulling back your passion, the romance and the vulnerability, the closeness in your relationship. It really feels like you just put up a wall. I just heard cold. Yeah, so maybe you gave this person the cold shoulder. You just kind of were like, no, we're literally not talking to you until you fix this. So, having the Knight of Swords again in reverse like we had earlier. So it's literally like you pulled back everything from this person or just like cut them off because you were like, absolutely no way ever are you gonna treat me like that, talk to me like that, like that's a boundary you're not gonna cross. And then I feel like you just pulled back entirely. Ace of Wands, Queen of Cups, Knight of Swords, all in reverse. Like you were like, no, like we're not gonna go forward with this connection. We're not going to start a new, journey, a new cycle, a new relationship. I'm not doing that. I'm not opening myself up to this. I'm not doing it. Like, you're like, I already know ahead of time that this isn't going to go the way that I want because I feel like, again, like, it's just lacking. You're like, if you're not willing to, do XYZ for me, you're going to either cross that boundary, cross that line, whatever. You're like, I'm going to pull back the way that I feel, not going to give you that love. I'm not going to give you my vulnerability, my emotions. You're not going to get me fully, at all. Like, hell no. And then I'm also going to pull back my communication. You're pulling back in every way possible almost, literally. Because this is a lack of motivation. This is a lack of, passion. It's fire energy. So instead of starting this new cycle, especially passionate cycle, which can oftentimes talk about relationships, you're like, no, we're not doing that, friend. You're like, if that's the case, don't expect my love, don't expect my emotions or my communication, don't expect any of it. Just don't. Absolutely not. Justice as well on the bottom. I feel like that justice energy, honestly, is you, too. You're like, no, I'm taking charge of this and doing what I feel is right and what I have to do, so what's going on for Cancer? What else does Cancer need to know? You just literally, I feel like, pulled back and just cut off everything. I don't feel like that person honestly expected you to do it or expected you to react the way that you did. But you just went, literally, like I said, cold. You just went cold on them entirely. I feel like you were almost I feel as though you guys are thinking, if I have to explain to you why this is wrong, that's a problem. What else is going on for Cancer? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. June 2020. Oops. Let's go for Cancer. Sun, rising Venus for June. Nothing else? Let's shuffle. Like actually shuffle and then try again. Okay, what else does Cancer need to know? Yeah, look at this. Tower at the bottom. Aries and Scorpio energy. Doesn't have to be, but Aries and Scorpio are Mars energy. I feel like for some of you, like, you screamed at this person or, like, fought with them. Like, it feels, like, explosive. Like, you were just so shocked and then just kind of, like, withdrew, like I said, and then it turned into, like, absolutely not, like, screw you guys, like, whatever. Like, you're almost like, the audacity. Even though they're apologizing, like, it's maybe that you almost, like, held it in until they said something, and then you were like, oh, now's the time to unleash. That's what this feels like. This Tower moment is just like things coming down. Like literally, I feel like you're the lightning in this card. And you're just like, no. Knock their crown right off. Like, screw you and the horse you rode in on type of stuff. Like, the fact that you could treat me like that and even think that I'm just going to accept your apology. Like, that's what I feel like. That's like what I'm hearing. Like, that conversation. Like, the fact that you could do that and then think you're just going to like pop in here and just be like, oh, I'm sorry. And like, everything's going to be fine. Like, the clarity I think was needed, but it's not in any means, in my opinion, the way I see this, gonna be an easy, like, 1-2. So funny. Look, the Emperor in reverse, too. This is also Aries energy, so you very well could be dealing with Aries, or at the very least, someone with, like, maybe some fire or Aries in their chart. But, like, I feel like this is this person. Like, maybe they just almost have this, like God complex in a way, where they're just, like, they just, like, maybe weren't considerate. Like, the Emperor in reverse can almost be, like, I'm getting that maybe they wanted to, like, parent you. Does that make sense? Like, maybe they wanted to, like, tell you, like, what to do, or almost, like, they started to be almost, like, a little, like, controlling, is what I feel like, in a way. To be like, I don't want you to, like, wear that or do that, and you were like, the fact that you think you have any say in those things is crazy to me, please leave. The Emperor can be someone who definitely, like, has a temper, short temper at that. This is a lot of fire energy here. A lot of just intense energy, even with the Scorpio with the Tower. Aries or Scorpio with the Tower, but Aries twice here for me. So it's almost like you could be dealing with someone who, at a minimal, has that energy and they possess that energy. Could be short-tempered, a little manipulative, a little controlling, little, like I'm a hot shot type of thing. I feel like this person's ego was, like, just too high, and you were like, absolutely not happening to me. Like, you were almost like, if you did that with other people, like, that's cool that worked for you, but not this guy, or not this gal, not this person. You're not doing it to me, sorry. And so I literally do feel like this person came up, and you've been just, like, you know, quiet. Maybe you just let it go, you haven't responded to things, and you just kind of let it die and go stale, or you had possibly mentioned to them, but I feel like a lot of you just, like, pulled back and you were like, I'm not even gonna fucking say anything. Again, excuse my cussing, I do that a lot. But I feel like for a lot of you were like, I'm literally not even gonna respond, because, like, I'm just gonna explode. So you were like, I'm just gonna pull back on everything, and then when they say something, or if they say something, that'll be the time that I express myself. And I feel like that's what happened. You were like, I just think it's funny how, like, that's what this card is. That's what I get from this so much, is, like, they were like, you know, and you were like, you know what, no, actually, let me go first. Oh my god. I'm like literally about to cry. It's so funny. Legit. Oh man. That's so funny. I literally do feel like that. Like they were like, hey, I just wanted to say, and you're like, no, really though? Let me start. Like, it's funny how you should even mention that because what you did was XYZ, and I think like, you just were like, no, like I'm just gonna unleash on this person. I'm just so here for it. Like, hell yes. Look at this, the Six of Cups again. This could have definitely just been a karmic thing for you, whether it was something that was long term or shorter term. Totally long term in the sense of like karma. Like it could be like past lives. It could be an ex, generally just someone where there's karma here. A soulmate, if you will. I want to take some more for this Six of Cups. So interesting. Okay. Wow, so there's a lot of like back and forth here. I have the Ace of Cups in reverse and I have the Five of Cups here at the bottom. So I feel like, yeah, and then I also have Six of Swords. This is a lot of resisting energy, pulling back, retracting your emotions, retracting your feelings. This is definitely just stopping yourself, walking away. The Five of Cups can be like a focus on like focusing too much on the negatives of what you lost, as opposed to the Two Cups that sit behind him here. He's focusing too much on the front of what he's lost. So I feel like that was you kind of like pulling your, cup back, being like, like, I spent all this time and like almost like I feel like you were so vulnerable with them. And then you're like just blindsided. Like you're like, what the actual hell? And then to boot, to clarify the Six of Cups, I have the Five of Wands and I have the Two of Swords. So I feel like a lot of this is like unleash or not unleash. Is it worth saying something or do I just let it die? And then I feel like you definitely did. Like they had said something and then you were like, oh my god, perfect. Because then I have 10 of Pentacles, but then I have the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. So I feel like this is, again, like a back and forth mix for you guys. Also having the Hierophant in reverse. This is Taurus energy. So this is like, no. Like, these two here outweigh the 10 of Pentacles for me. Having those two in reverse. Because the 9 of Pentacles in reverse... So... excuse me. 9 of Pentacles upright would be, like, abundant. I feel like you guys are thinking like I almost like wasted time doing this. Like that's kind of what it feels like. This is a commitment that did not end well, like a breaking of a contract. If it's something that's more longer term, this could definitely be like a marriage for sure that ended up ending in a divorce or separation of some kind. But generally, just the Hierophant in reverse is just like a breaking of contracts, separating of people. Upright, this 9 of Pentacles would be singlehood, but I feel like you guys were single and you're almost like, I made myself unavailable to other people who did not treat me like this, so that way I could be sitting here fighting with you and debating whether or not this is worth my time. Like, it almost feels like you guys are like, I wasted my time. Do you know what I mean? Definitely with these three right here. 5 of Wands is fighting. You could definitely have been fighting with yourself too. Is this somebody who also has other redeeming qualities it's worth fighting for? Or should I just keep holding back? Like, that's kind of what I'm feeling. I feel like that's what this is. You made a choice. Like, all the fighting, like, yeah, I don't... And again, it could be just fighting with yourself. It doesn't have to be like you're fighting directly with this person, but just like the struggle of like this just isn't going well. What's this 10 of Pentacles here for? That's what I want to know. 10 of Pentacles. So, clarified by the 10 of Cups in reverse, which we had earlier too. It was, and then it wasn't. It was like, yeah, this might have been a good match where there was some stability, there was potential here, but this connection that I wanted to be long-term ended up actually being trash. And I do feel like a lot of you kind of feel like you wasted your time. Like, that's a lot of what I'm feeling. I wasted my time. There's no like progress here. Like Nine of Pentacles is progress towards stability, but it's the slowest moving knight in the deck, so it's like crawling. So you were basically just like, you know what, yeah, like it's not worth it for me. Like that's, yeah, like you crossed that line, you did XYZ to me, I'm all set. Truly, I am. Thank you very much. Temperance in reverse. This is Sagittarius energy, but there was just like a lack of just like healing, like very like impatient energy. Like I just feel like you almost like were just like, ugh, like no. This person, this like the fighting was, I think it possibly could have started over, you know, here's the pace I want to go, or they, whoever, whichever side it is. Like I said, it could be reversed. But there was almost like a, hey, this is like the pace that I want to go towards this. And one of you was like, I don't want to do that. So considering that I do feel like that you were so frustrated, it could have been that you did want to take things at a certain pace, a little bit slower, you wanted to build, and this person was like impatient. And they were like, yeah, but like why? Like why can't we just? And that was the point. Like I said, impatient, controlling. This person was like, yeah, but why? Because this is a lot of fire energy. Like, why do we have to do that almost? Or, like, they just didn't respect that is what I feel. Yeah, my guides are. They didn't respect that. And, I mean, it could have been, again, roles could have been reversed, but there was a lack of, like, respect and honoring that. And you were just like, no. Like, no. And, like, the fact that this person could have, done these things to you or treated you XYZ way, you're like, that's not a good thing for me. Like, almost like I feel like you guys wish that you knew ahead of time, so that way you wouldn't have wasted your time and your effort into this. Then I have the Hanged Man in reverse here too, so I feel like you guys are you're seeing things differently, honestly. You're just seeing things way differently now, and that person's gonna come up and pop up and apologize, and you're gonna be like, you know what though? Like, I feel like, again, you guys are just gonna unleash with that tower there. Like, you're literally just gonna be like, funny you should message me because I have things to say also. Alright, well, on that note, I need to stretch. On that note, thanks for allowing me to read for you guys. I hope that you tell this person what's up, because I'm on your side. I'm biased, so. But yeah, definitely stay healthy, protect your energy, do what you gotta do. Don't let this person, make you feel any sort of way. Stand your ground, do you. I was gonna say something else and I totally forgot. My brain. Oh yeah, so again, like I was saying in the beginning of the video, check out my website definitely if you want to book a reading, or my other social media pages where I do like exclusive flash sales and all that jazz. Anyways, have a wonderful day. I will see you guys soon. Stay happy, healthy, and everything else. Yeah. All right, bye.